Hi, this is Linda again. I have a journal to show you. This one's called Fairies. It's a feminine journal. It's a hardback. It is 6 by 9 by 2 inches. Has 4 signatures, 82 pages, and 164 sides. It's tied closed with seam binding. It has a fairy picture on the front and some tatted lace around it. Lace over the spine. The dangle has a small locket, actually 2 small lockets, a little purple gem, a disc that says believe, and a key. I have beaded the threads, the tie strings. This journal was, I made a journal just like this for custom order, and I liked it so much that I made another one to put in my Etsy shop. It's tied with dyed seam binding. There's a doily over the spine, and it's tatted. There's a lot of Mrs. Coggs images, and as well as the Shakespeare images, there's Midsummer Night's Dream, and there's also The Tempest in here, but there's basically fairies. There's a few botanicals. Everything's coffee dyed. I've done quite a bit of sewing. There's a collage tag. There's a fairy crossing a spiderweb tightrope. And there's a little collage down here. The papers are Stamperia, and I don't remember what the name of them is. I'm sorry. There's a library card. I've rounded all the corners. There's quite a few places to write. Here's a belly band, and I've added one of these folders where you fold the paper. I think Gail did this. And there's actually more places to tuck. I just have one thing in each one. There's some old music paper. This is an old music paper cover. Coffee dyed paper. Some botanical dictionary paper. Some music paper. I added some lace. There's a few quotes. And there's places to write. This one's a tuck spot. And there's some extra writing paper in here, a couple sheets. Some Edith Holden paper. Here's some old ledger paper, a fold out. And as I said, I have put beads on the strings. There's another fairy picture. Here's a tag, has a flower fairy on it. And this says almost fairy time. There's a little cradle. And this tag has a little brass key. Some more Edith Holden. This is one of the collage envelopes. Gail has done these. I think Tracy Fox did them first. It's a little envelope, and it's sewed, and there's some fabric on the flap. There's 4 of those in here. There's a tuck spot here. This is Mrs. Coggs. There's a tuck spot here, and there's some dancing fairies. Here's one of these envelopes that fold out to a sheet of writing paper. That's parchment. And another tag. And that's sewn around the edge. And then another journaling card. It's another library card. There's quite a few things to tuck here because I found quite a few fairy things. Or fairy related. This is an extra piece of coffee dyed paper. A tag here. 2 tags here with herbs on them. And this picture I love. I don't know if you can see it, but the fairies are in the shrubbery there. An Edith Holden page. And another envelope. The custom order was for a little girl of 10 years old, but this is really suitable for any female who likes fairies. There's some lace here. Old ledger. I like this too, with the rabbit. There's a tuck spot here. It has more of these cards. Mrs. Coggs. There's a tuck spot here with a tag. And there's a pocket with another tag. And these fairies all have their musical instruments. Come on. This page I covered with lace. There's a tuck spot here. It has Puck with what fools these mortals be. Here's another belly band. Here's fairy ring. And I did some stamping as well in the background. There's one more envelope. There's the Tempest. This one I love because it shows the fairies living underground and the elves in between the roots of the trees. There's a flower fairy, the yellow dead nettle, a library card, and a tag, a couple more cards. And I did use fabric. I did a lot of sewing. A couple more herbs. And a little baby flower fairy. I have an old ledger that I use for collage too. The paper's too fragile to bind into the book, but it makes really nice collages. Here's the King and Queen of the Fairies. One of Mrs. Coggs' postcards. There's a little glassine envelope with a couple of tiny little fairies in it. journaling card, and a tag. There's the blue. A couple more postcards from Mrs. Coggs. There's some dancing fairies. A couple more tags, and this one has a brass key. Library card, a couple tags here. Another envelope. This one's pink. Has some collaging on the front. Some ledger paper. Another postcard. I like this picture too. A couple more tags. So there's lots of places to write, lots of places for photographs, although it is pretty fat. It will get a little bit easier to open as you use it. Here's another one of these folded papers. Look like an envelope. Another glassine envelope with a little tags in it, and one more tag, and that's it. So I hope you like this. Since I'm having a sale right now in my shop, this will also be included in the sale until the 20th. And after that, it will go to regular price. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit like, and hope you subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.